Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 with the New Nations mod as Massina. In the last episode we won our war against whichever country used to be here, Futa Jalan, and annexed them. And also we were just waiting for our truce to expire with Dendi, who used to be here, and just before it expired the neighbouring Damagaram declared war on them and annexed them before we could get in there, which is unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world, it just means we have to go to war against a slightly stronger power in order to gain the land that we need. Niemi, of course, is the last province that we need before we can take the Tukulur Empire decision, which will be very nice. So they have no allies. We do need to decrease our relations with them a bit more before we can actually start justifying that war. A crisis in southern Macedonia, okay. UK is going to back Austria. Russia's undecided. Spain is undecided. And Belgium, who is a great power now, is going to support Austria. So it looks like Greece is probably out of luck for this one. We'll have a look and see what happens. So let's decrease our relations. We haven't been spending any Diplo points recently, so we should have enough to do everything we want here. So we can use our Sahel Jihad CB. So let's go ahead and do it. Hope we don't get a huge amount of infamy, though the maximum 10 isn't even that bad, so it's not really a big deal. We do have them outnumbered, of course. They have no allies. We have Ashanti on our side, whom we will try to call in. 4.6 infamy, that's fine. Though of course we called them into the last war we were in and they were unable to help us because they didn't want to march through all this uncolonized land and apparently couldn't get access through anyone else. Let's hope they can make it through this land, maybe. Haitian Thaw, okay. And we've gained our CV. So we can get Outer Hausa land, which is... Is that their whole country? That is their whole country. Okay. Maybe it's kind of a blessing in disguise that they took Dendi then, since we're going to not only be able to take the land that we wanted, but all of the rest of their country. That's pretty good. So let's, probably should have done this earlier, but get our stockpile spending up a little bit. I think we can just go ahead and declare war, because their army is at least here, if not further east. So we shouldn't be fighting them immediately. Outer Hausa land, okay. We'll call our allies. Ashanti is very likely to join. They have joined our war. Good. See if they are actually going to bestir themselves to action. Maybe not. Come on, you've got to march through like 3 provinces. Oh well, we'll just have to do without them. So they are heading to Say. I think we should probably take the initiative and break off this siege and go ahead and attack them. They're at half organization or thereabouts, and we outnumber them, so we are going to take a crossing penalty here, but we do have a +2 attack general, which will neutralize that somewhat. And in fact, they have no commander, which really bad move on their part. Let's follow and we should be able to wipe out the whole army. See how this crisis is going. Yeah, everyone's going in on Austria's side. I don't think Spain and Belgium are going to be able to stand up to the UK and Prussia, even if they both go in on the other side, so no free land for Greece, unfortunately. Okay. Fishhook robbery. Okay, we won that battle, and the crisis ended in white peace, as we expected. So this is going to make our borders pretty horrendous, with the longest, thinnest country ever, but that's okay. We'll make them look nicer in the future. And the land that we're going to be gaining, some okay populations, pretty good over here. No particularly exciting orgios. But that's okay. And hopefully we should get enough research points that we'll be able to put through our land reform. Actually, we're pretty close to doing that already, so we'll definitely get that many. Should enable us to make a decent amount of money and actually pay some clergymen and stuff for a while. European military mission. One of the great powers of the West has taken an interest in our country and has offered to establish a military mission. While this might be beneficial to our research, it might also prove a liability in the event of war. However, turning down such a generous offer might be perceived as somewhat of an insult. So we wish to allow the establishment of a military mission. So we can gain a pretty tiny amount of research points, but a 2% modifier for 5 years, and a little militancy. And Bavaria will like us better. Or we can annoy the United Kingdom. It should be the same country in both. I think that would make more sense, but I think we can do this one. The research points modifier will be nice. Certainly. So actually need a surprisingly small amount of war score here to fully annex them. Oh, I guess this is kind of annoying because Ashanti is the war leader, which means we can't directly negotiate with the enemy. That's okay, though. They should give us our war goal once they're willing to peace out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get land reform. Should increase our income substantially. We can maybe go to 50%. And that being the case, I will change my focus to encourage clergymen. Should have a better time increasing this number now. Okay, up to 28%. I guess it's about 35-ish that we need. So we'll just continue sieging until Ashanti pieces out for us. Seems like there's no way they're actually going to come help, so it's kind of unfortunate, but we didn't need them, so didn't really make a difference. Crisis was averted, yep. %, so it's actually maybe a bit over that we need. Military reform. With the European presence in our part of the world steadily increasing, the need for military reform has become more dire every day. So we can gain leadership modifier, which I'm not sure we really need that much. And lots of people will gain militancy. Or we can gain 10 prestige and have soldiers and officers lose militancy. I think we'll just do this one. I'm not too concerned about leadership modifier. We are fine for leadership, I think. Whereas prestige could be pretty nice for us. Or at the very least, better than more leadership. So hopefully this one remaining siege will get us to the amount of war score we need. And it did. Okay, great. So Ashanti pieced out for us, and we acquired their entire country. We're going to not extend slavery again. And we can take our decision, found the Tukulur Empire. We have all the conditions, so let's do it. We're going to gain 10 prestige, add some accepted cultures, which is very nice, and we'll gain cores on all of Dendi, which doesn't exist, and Bamana, which I think they have one province left, so we'll get at least one extra province from that. And our country changes, and our capital moves to Segu. The jihad must continue with the cities of the Central Desert under our control. Now is the time to found a united empire that will resist the coming onslaught of the colonial powers. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we've changed to a nice blue colour. And have a new flag. Massina expands, yes. And our next goal is obviously going to be to restore the Mali Empire, which is going to require us to take a few more provinces. Let's see, we have to get Linguere, Podor, and Gabu. Let's see where they are. Probably in the same general region, if I had to guess. Linguere is over here, Podor over here, and Gabu? Gabu. Okay, so we have to conquer some of these smaller nations over here. It did also give us a core, yes, on the one remaining province that Bamana has. That will actually give us borders with the two other countries that we don't already border. So, great, that will be probably pretty easy to do if I had to guess. In fact, we can probably just immediately declare war on Bamara. The bad news there, though, is that they are allied with our allies Ashanti. Though, as we saw, Ashanti is apparently not able to get out of their country to this part of the world to actually do anything, so maybe we don't need to worry about them. Okay, our upper house was rearranged. And we can actually build some more troops, so let's do that. So we're all from our newly conquered land, I think. I think probably 2 more cavalry. Yeah, let's just wait here. We'll set this as a rally point and unset our old capital. So I'm going to wait for those to get built just in case we do have to fight Ashanti. And again, the wine is the hard part to get. So we'll probably have to wait just a little while on that, but that's okay. Really is a shame about our terrible borders. Just conquering Mossy would go a long way towards making them look a lot better, but we'll have to worry about that in the future. Okay, so almost getting started on building that second cavalry unit. Heroes of Sweden, okay. The Great Irish Famine, yep. Alright, so we'll just wait for the cavalry to turn up and then we'll go ahead and declare war for our one remaining corps over here. I think we should be able to use the same CB again on, for example, Gabu. When the time comes. Indeed we can, so hopefully we can actually do all three of those conquests in a pretty short time frame, without having to wait for lots of infamy to dissipate or anything. And I think we'll just... no, not that. They are already merged. We'll just go ahead and start this war. I never lowered my military budget, so that's fine. War between the Ottomans and Hejaz, okay. So no need to justify a war, obviously, since we have a core. Just need to declare a Restore Order CB. I guess we'll try to call allies. No, they're not going to accept. Okay. That's fine. Looks like they haven't come in against us, though. At least not yet. And it seems like they're not going to, so... shouldn't be any problems here, then. This is going to give us a border with the UK. Which is something we should be aware of. Means they might try to sphere us, but that's okay, we don't mind that for the moment. Okay, fine. We're going to not extend slavery again. And I guess we can start fabricating a war justification for our next war. So, Gabu is allied with Ouattara here, Futa Turo, which is one of our other targets, Trarza up here, who we don't need to conquer anything from, and Wolof. In fact, all three of our targets are allied with each other, so that's actually pretty unfortunate. It means we could potentially take all of the land we need in a single war. But that would mean adding to 10 infamy war goals at the full infamy cost during the war, which would not be ideal. We have a pretty good chance of getting them at a much reduced cost if we fabricate or justify the wars beforehand. So I think I'll probably still do it in 3 separate wars, even if that means having to wait at peace for a while. Though, of course, if some or all of them don't actually come in when called, then we might not even have to wait that long. But I think we'll start with Gabu. We're actually not going to full annex them, I think. We'll probably just take this one region, if I understand the war goal correctly, but let's see. Sahel Jihad. Let's hope we don't get immediately discovered. And it seems like we're doing okay. For our next reform, We could look at a military reform. It would give us more research points when conquering. But an admin reform might be better, maybe education or more farming and mining efficiency, which would improve our income even further. Because we are doing better, but we would still like to increase our sliders a little bit. Maybe we can go to 30% here without losing a huge amount of money. Yeah, we'll leave it there for a while. And we gained our CB without even being discovered at all, which is great. Okay. So we can go ahead and declare the war. We want to make sure that we get the right one, though. The one that contains Gabu, which is what we want, I believe. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, we need Gabu. So we need Gabu and those two other provinces. We also need to either own Kong or be allied with Watara, or own Ouagadougou or be allied with Mossi. So obviously the alliance would be the easier option there, but if we have to conquer them too, we will. But that is further down our list of priorities after these guys. But this war is going to have to actually wait for the next episode because we're just about out of time, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.